Dr. Lisa Reed awoke to cold metal against her back and a blinding light above. Her head throbbed as she tried to move, only to find her wrists and ankles secured by some sort of energy restraint. The air smelled strange, metallic with an undertone, of something like cinnamon gone wrong. "Subject appears conscious," came a clicking, warbling voice from somewhere beyond the light. "Vital signs stable. Beginning examination protocol." Lisa blinked rapidly, her scientific mind already cataloging details despite her predicament. The beings that moved into view were tall and slender, with skin that shifted between blue and green depending on the angle of light. Their 4 eyes, too large, too small, blinked in unsynchronized patterns. They wore no conventional clothing, but rather what appeared to be a thin film covering parts of their bodies. "Hello," she said, calmly, surprising herself with her own composure. "I'm Dr. Lisa Reed, xenobiologist from Earth. I believe we have a misunderstanding." The aliens exchanged glances, their head crests rising in what Lisa assumed was surprise. "It communicates with coherent sound patterns," the taller one noted, making no effort to address her directly. Previous specimens showed distress at this stage. Lisa filed that information away. "I'm not a specimen, I'm a scientist, like you. We can communicate and share knowledge." The smaller alien approached, holding something resembling a tablet. Interesting psychological response. Attempting rationalization through claimed similarity. Note the absence of expected emotional distress. Lisa realized they were studying her responses just as she was studying theirs. A smile formed on her lips. This was an opportunity. "I propose an exchange," she said clearly. "For each test you run on me, I get to ask one question about your species. Data for data." The aliens conferred in rapid clicks and whistles. Lisa, strained to hear, mentally recording the phonetic patterns. If she survived this, the linguistic data alone would be groundbreaking. The taller alien returned to her side. "We accept your proposal, Earth being. It is unprecedented." "My name is Lisa," she repeated. "What should I call you?" "I am third observer of the scholarly expedition," the alien replied. "You may call me Observer." Over the next several hours, a peculiar exchange unfolded. For each scan they performed on Lisa's body, she requested specific information about their physiology. When they tested her cognitive abilities with puzzles, she asked about their social structures. When they took blood samples, she inquired about their evolutionary history. During a brief rest period, Lisa was allowed to sit upright, though still restrained. "Your species consumes vegetation and animal protein," Observer noted, offering her a gelatinous cube that analysis had shown was compatible with human digestion. "Yet you display predatory intelligence patterns." "We evolved as omnivores," Lisa explained, carefully tasting the cube. It was bland but not unpleasant. "Our ancestors were both hunters and gatherers. Perhaps that's why we're so adaptable." "Adaptability," Observer repeated, the word seeming to hold special significance. "This is what we seek to understand." Lisa raised an eyebrow. "Is that why you're collecting specimens? To study adaptability?" Observer's skin rippled in what Lisa was beginning to recognize as discomfort. "Our species faces challenges. Environmental changes. We adapt slowly, too slowly." For the first time, Lisa understood. "You're studying other species to find solutions for your own survival problems." The central authority would not approve of this explanation, Observer admitted. "But, yes," Lisa leaned forward, "then you're going about this all wrong. Abducting and examining isn't efficient. Collaboration would yield better results." During the next examination, Lisa began asking more pointed questions about their world. She learned of rising temperatures that threatened their reproductive cycles, of atmospheric changes that made their traditional farming methods obsolete. With each new piece of information, she offered not just data about humans but hypotheses about potential solutions. By the third day, as best Lisa could measure time, the dynamic had shifted dramatically. The restraints were gone. Observer and the team of aliens, now introduced as research specialists, gathered around as Lisa drew diagrams on their tablets, explaining Earth's historic climate adaptations. Your species solved similar problems by changing behaviors rather than waiting for evolution, Observer noted with something like awe. You create technology to bridge biological limitations. That's humanity's specialty, Lisa explained. We're impatient. We don't wait for evolution to catch up with problems. We engineer solutions. On the 7th day, Observer approached with what appeared to be formal posturing. The scholarly expedition has reached a conclusion. Your release has been authorized. With conditions. Lisa stood straight, meeting all 4 of Observer's eyes. What conditions? Return with data. Bring human scientists who understand climatic adaptation. The Central Authority has approved. Collaboration. Lisa smiled. What had begun as a terrifying abduction had transformed into first contact and the promise of diplomatic relations. She had turned herself from specimen to ambassador through nothing but scientific curiosity and problem-solving. As the ship approached Earth's orbit, Observer handed Lisa a small device. For communication. The coordinates for our next meeting are embedded. I'll bring a team, Lisa promised. Experts in climate science, agriculture, and xenobiology. Observer's head crest raised slightly. You are not what we expected to find when we collected you. And what was that? Lisa asked. A simple test subject, Observer replied. Instead, we became the subjects of your study. You gathered more useful data about us than we did about you. Lisa smiled as the transport beam prepared to return her to Earth. That's another human specialty, Observer. We're endlessly curious. And we never ever stay in the box where you put us. The blue light engulfed her, and Lisa Reed, scientist, specimen, and now Earth's first ambassador to an alien civilization, returned home with the story of a lifetime and the beginning of an interstellar alliance born not from fear, but from mutual scientific respect.